Hi, guys. I'm here today channeling past loved ones. And I asked them, what is the message, that you'd like to bring through today? And they were talking about dreams and actual visions of them that you have. And a lot of people ask questions about this. And so I wanted to explain a few things for them because people get visions or dreams of a past loved one. And it can be very confusing because sometimes the past loved one is doing something. And when they're doing something, you can figure out maybe the meaning of it. But when they're not doing something, when they're just standing there, what does that mean? So they were talking about some of you that where they're coming through in the dreams, they're trying to point things out. And one guide, it was more of a grandfather type, was coming in saying, basically, like, when I was living, if I wasn't saying anything, it meant I'm not complaining. So he was saying that he was coming into dreams as an example, and other spirits were saying, yeah, me too, me too. That I've come in dreams just standing there, but it's almost like, wow, I'm here, and they're able to view you. So they're just as surprised as you are because they made it into the dream type thing. And they're just sort of like experiencing. So don't be scared when you get dreams like that. It's not to make you fear something, but it's a true visitation at the same time. So think about yourself, you as a human. If you were to just walk in a room and you're just viewing, say, kids playing, what are you thinking? Are you trying to impose something on them at that time? Are you just sort of enjoying their presence? And does it mean that you're feeling okay with yourself? You're feeling okay with the situation. You feel like everything's safe. You're not going to intervene, but you just take that moment to be able to pause and reflect and maybe just kind of take in the experience. So your loved one is doing something similar. You're the kid left on earth type thing. And whether, it's a husband that you lost or a grandpa, it's a lot of like male energies that I'm feeling today. um this is sometimes just their character. And we need to think about males and females and how they express, right? Because females are going to come in a lot more emotional. They're going to be a lot more chatty. They're going to want you to figure things out. And this is something really important because if you have a male, whether it's a young male or an older male, and they're coming in to your scene, coming into your dream, men are not going to want to chat a lot. They're not going to analyze things. So if you're the type of person that does analyze things and a male is coming through, say if you're the female as an example, then they're not going to be meaning it always exactly how you're expecting. So sometimes the meaning is just as simple as it looks. When they send you a sign as an example, a tree is just a tree for some spirits. And for other spirits, it's an in-depth study. But they also look at you as a person and they get to know you, obviously. And if you're an in-depth person, and if you're somebody that's always looking into things, then they might have an idea also that if they bring you a sign in the dream, like if they're holding a ring, that you know that you're going to get your own meaning out of it. Right? So just think, if it's a grandma, then a ring is going to mean something more. It could be about family jewelry. It could be about, making connections. It could be oneness, right? Because the circle is oneness. And it also might mean a promise that's coming, or a promise that you make, or could mean a commitment. So it's always good to sort of take dreams, analyze them in your own way, because the universe does know you like an encyclopedia, right? Your own encyclopedia. You have your own meanings anyway. So they know that you're going to interpret it, in your own way. But for a loved one, if you know the person and you know how they thought, that's exactly how they mean it. Okay? So if they're coming in a dream and, for example, they're walking away from you or they're ignoring you, then they may be trying to show you that it's time for you to walk away from a situation. I'm also hearing that it's important to think of like, okay, they just came for a visit, they came for a tea, and suddenly you wake up and you realize, they weren't really there. These are dreams that sometimes people get really upset about because they feel like, whoa, I really felt their presence and it felt so real that I could touch them. I could reach out and touch them. And again, recognize that this is a true visitation and they're not doing it to make you miss them. They're doing it to show you that they're always around you. They can visit at any time. And sometimes food dreams, right, have to do with food offerings. So they may be looking for a food offering. So they can't absorb it like we can. They can't just eat it, but they can receive the energy of it. So if they loved blueberry pie, I don't know why I'm getting that, or blueberry cake, just seeing a whole bunch of blueberries. So if you're someone and this resonates, then this message is for you. Then that blueberry item that they loved is something that they remember. It's a good memory, it's a good feeling, and it made good connections, maybe with other people, because it's something you would share. So they're likely asking for it so that you eat it and they're able to share energy with you. And at the same time, they receive energy. So you can make, that tea for grandma, put out that blueberry cake and, drink your tea, drink it and receive it, just like it's a normal circumstance that you've shared space with them. And then you can put that tea outside by a tree. You can literally pour it at the tree after a night or something. You can leave it out all night. You can put that cake out, and often animals will come and they'll eat the food offerings that we put outside. And a lot of people believe, and I believe it, that the spirits do come through the animal, and they will eat for the spirit. Now, my parents have a cool story. My nephew crossed over about a year and a half ago now. And so I told them about the food offering. So they said, okay, great. We're going to put a plate out, for Thanksgiving dinner, I think it was, or Christmas. It was a turkey dinner. So they put out, everything that he loved. And my mom said, he didn't like his vegetables, but I made sure that I put, a couple pieces of corn and whatever on the plate. And the next day, or a couple days later, they went and they retrieved the plate from outside. And they said, for sure, my mom and dad, for sure, it was him. Because the bird or whoever it is that came and ate the items off the plate left the carrots and didn't even just leave the carrots, but also moved it around the plate in swirls and I don't know about this thing, the same way that he would have. So this was, it was something that tickled them pink and made them realize it was a true connection. And when we do an offering like that, it also brings their presence closer. So it's letting them know that they're welcome. So you can light a candle. And not everybody is comfortable with putting things in their home. I love to have flowers on the side, something where the loved ones are going to feel like they're welcome and that this was a gift that I have for them. But I get to enjoy it too. So that's really lovely. And you can have a candle lit and it's going, and so you get to enjoy it. And some people feel the heebie-jeebies with that, and they feel like, okay, it shouldn't be in the house. And that's fine. You can get a candle that, doesn't burn out or whatever, that's set in its own container, and you can put it outside. And a lot of people do believe that it's important that you bring the spirit, especially after they've crossed over, outside, and you kind of place them there because you want them to be able to be free, to be able to cross over and to go where they need to go. So that's what I have to say about that. And yes, I thank you so very much for being here today. I hear one guide telling my grandmother something. Just a moment. Okay. There's some song that they're singing. I'm trying to figure it out. Something about I love the way you love me. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the song, but I love the way that you love me. So that could mean a couple of things. It could mean literally there's a song out there that one of you recognize, and that they're giving you that song. So maybe play the song, listen to the lyrics. There's going to be something in there that makes sense to you. And also, the way that you love the spirit is how you take care of them after they cross over, right? So by giving them that offering, telling them thank you, if they give you some sort of sign or some sort of say dream, like we talked about, then it's always nice to give thanks, and to really honor them in some way. So by doing something back, then they're receiving, and so there's a constant giving and receiving, right? So there's a cyclical flow, and I think that's very important. So thank you, everyone. Much love from the universe, from the loved ones, and from me. And my traditional hug is here. After every one of these, I like to give a hug, because they always say that's the only thing that they miss is touch. So hug yourself and hug somebody. Allow them to come through them to hug you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Welcome to openupwide.com. This is the website for souls that are searching to develop their spirituality deeper and to raise their vibration and their awareness on a much higher level. Open Up Wide is a membership program where every month you will access a new live webinar, new meditation, new 3-card reading, and a new channeling. Also, you can watch previous videos and listen to all previous meditations. There's so much more to explore, so let me show you around. With our easy navigation, you can find all upcoming live webinars and watch previous webinars for 1 year. In monthly meditation, you can look under different sections and find meditations that can help you with self-healing, relaxation, and more. Also, every month you'll get a 3-card reading that can help you with your daily matters. You can watch all previous recordings and pick a number again between 1, 2, and 3. Every month I'll be channeling the archangels, the guides, about different topics that we need to understand in this changing world. Check out the Oracle card section. Do a 3-card reading for yourself, or a love spread. Pull cards for past lives, or do a reading for friends. And then there's the library section, where there are over 3,000 spiritual meanings. If you're a dreamer, check what your dreams want to tell you. Read articles and watch videos by leading professionals. You can watch all the short videos that we put together from live events, designed to help people grow and learn. Be sure to check other special events like transformation updates, group readings, and all the different master classes that we have to offer. There's so much to explore, so many things to do, and so much more to come. So many ways for you to open up wide.